Okay, today we're presenting the Ventura Sparc MGS watch. This is a fully digital Swiss-made watch that does not run on a battery, but the name MGS stands for Micro Generator System. The generator system on this watch, as you can see right here, is powered simply by the movement of your wrist throughout the day, which moves this rotor component inside the watch, which stores the energy in what Ventura calls a accumulator. And that accumulator then distributes the energy to the watch in a consistent form throughout the day so that you can have your digital display. This is a true sapphire crystal. The case of the watch, as you can see, is a black color, which they call Durinox. It has a solid case back. The model of this particular watch is the W56S. And I should point out that the one we're looking at is actually a limited edition model, which is now currently sold out, but they do have now the W56S, which is exactly the same watch without the individual limited edition number and without the extra strap and watch winder that would come with the limited edition model. But the model that we're going to present today, we'll just call this a W56S. It has the dimensions of the watch from here to here is 56.3 millimeters. From here to here, you're looking at about 38 millimeters. The thickness of this watch ranges anywhere from 8.9 to 12.2 millimeters. And the total weight of this watch is about 200 grams. The watch system is quite a lot of different functions, I should say. This system uses the second generation EasyScroll system. Everything is done off of the scrolling of this knob right here, and this particular button here gives you a backlight. So if you're in a night or low light visibility, you can push this button and it gives you a backlight so you can see the actual time on the watch. The functions of this watch, there's quite a few of them. It has time 1, date 1, time 2 with date 2. It has an alarm. It has a chronograph. It has a countdown timer. It is a 100-year perpetual calendar with day in 5 different languages. And it has a date, month, year in a 12, 24-hour format. So it has 3 different date formats as well. The MGS system has its own power management system, so it automatically powers off the screen when not in use, and when you pick it up, it realizes it's been picked up and it turns back on, so it's an automatic sleep mode. It also has that motion sensor to use for the alarm function, so if you set the alarm to go off in the morning and it's beeping, you can just pick up the watch, it senses the watch has been picked up, and it'll automatically go into either a snooze or turn the alarm off. The power reserve when fully charged is 45 days, and when it's manually switched off mode, it'll reserve its energy for up to 5 years. Now I'm going to try to show you how this watch works. Right now we have the time in regular format, not 24-hour or military time, so it's 4:11 here in California, and it's Thursday, December 1st, 2011. Now in this mode, when you have the full date display, it will not let you change the date. Change to get it to go to the different functions. You hold down this button for 1 second, and then you let go, and it'll activate a different date format down here. Saturday, the day of Saturday, and then it's showing you the seconds, and that allows you now to go to the different functions. So I just scrolled to the first function, which is the countdown timer, and the countdown timer you can set by holding down the button, scroll button, for 3 seconds, and you can change how long you want to have your countdown for. So for display purposes, I'll just make this go for a few seconds here, and then I'll start it like this, and then when I go like this, you can stop that, and then we can reset it by holding down the scroll button again, and then we'll just scroll this down like this to 0, and then it's all back to 0. The next function is the chronograph timer, which pretty much works like any stopwatch timer. And so if I push the EasyScroll button, your chronograph will start. I'll push it again, it'll stop. If I push it and actually hold it in, it will reset. The next function is an alarm, and that's pretty straightforward. You would hold in the button, set the alarm to the time you want, and the alarm would go off. And as I mentioned, when the alarm is going off, let's say it's going off and you're sleeping, you can actually just grab the watch and it'll automatically, the motion sensor will sense this and it'll turn off the alarm for you. This is a second time function, so what I have done is, you can see I have set it for, it goes to military time, 24-hour time. So the current time here in California is 1600 hours, about 1614, and then that's California time, and I set the second time zone for East Coast time, which would be 1914. And then we're back to the main screen once again, which is the regular time and the day display, allowing me to change the functions. So once I hold that down for 1 second, it goes back to the long date display, which once again locks out the watch. This particular model, the W56S, is on a Durinox bracelet with a double push button deployment buckle. It's a very contemporary, nice design watch. Once you learn how to use the functions of the watch, it really is straightforward. And the overall design and curvature of the watch, I'm going to try to show you how it sits on your wrist, which is actually quite nice. As you can see, it sits on your wrist so that the display angle is always correctly facing towards you, which is pretty nice. At the time of this recording, this watch retailed for around $5,200. Ventura does a very nice job of engineering modern, contemporary Swiss watches. They're very unique in their style, and of course Ventura's slogan is "Design on Time."